Yes, good afternoon. Things in Collingwood are busy. While it's not business as usual at Town Hall, it is very much all business. In our community, we have taken a number of proactive steps. We have fenced off our playgrounds, we've locked our dog parks, and we have closed our skate park, and we are launching a very aggressive social messaging campaign for our residents to stay at home. And as we enter into the brunt of the first wave of this virus, we need to do everything possible to flatten the curve by making sure that we protect ourselves and protect our neighbors by abiding by the social restrictions that are currently in place. So we're asking people to stay at home except for essential travel, and that when you are out in public, that you abide by a social radius of at least 6 feet between yourself and others. And that when you get home, you wash your hands and use hand sanitizer, and that you stay indoors as much as possible. We are doing this to make sure that we protect our community and our neighbors, and that we protect ourselves in doing so. Our council has taken a number of proactive steps. The province permitted us to have council meetings electronically by video conference. We had our first meeting last Wednesday electronically by Zoom, and that was publicized, broadcast for our residents. We have called a special meeting for next Wednesday to look at some further relief measures for our public and our residents. We are looking specifically at striking an economic task force to look at supporting our local businesses and helping them to get back to business when we come through this bubble. And so there are really two main aspects to it: helping to support them right now, taking whatever measures we can to keep those businesses healthy and thriving. And then when we get through this crisis and we start to get back down to business, that we are there to support, to help kickstart the economy, the local economy. And the task force will include 4 members of council and 5 to 7 local business leaders from different sectors of our economy to make sure that all interests are represented. We have a very active BIA and Chamber of Commerce, as well as Georgian Triangle Development Institute, and we will be reaching out to those 3 organizations to make sure we get their feedback as well. So while our residents are abiding by the social restrictions at Town Hall, we are looking at measures to put in place to support them now and in the future as we work our way through this crisis. And I want to say a huge thank you to our community for respecting the social restrictions, for acting together, for taking care of your neighbors, reaching out to your neighbors and those in need that you know are housebound and need groceries or medication, or even just a social visit by teleconference or phone call. We are seeing that increasingly in our public. We've also had a number of local businesses retool to make items that are needed at this time. Local glass manufacturer Agnora has produced glass dividers for the hospital's portable screening center, and those have been delivered and are in place. We've had a local distiller, Georgian Bay Spirits Company, that has now retooled to produce hand sanitizer, and their first delivery to the hospital was this week. We have another distiller, Canadian Mist, which is also doing the same thing. We have a local business who has retooled one of its factories to make surgical masks, and has lined up a shipment for the hospital as well as a local seniors residence, and that is expected in the next 10 days. And we have another local businessman who has retooled one of his factories to make face shields, reusable face shields, and we are expecting a delivery to the hospital and another seniors home locally in the next few days. So these are just a few of the stories that we're seeing from our local businesses to come and support and add to this community effort and to help prevent the spread of the virus. So I really want to do a shout out to those businesses and to our residents who are working very hard together, because only by working together can we flatten the curve and beat this virus. So thank you to all. And we at Town Hall will continue to work extremely hard. And I know Council is very busy every day in conversation with residents, in conversation with organizations like AMO, which is the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, and FCM, which is the Federation of Canadian Municipalities, to make sure that our interests are represented and we have input into representations that are made to both the provincial and federal government as they implement their relief measures.